Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, everybody?
Yo, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? ¿Qué lo que?
How's everybody doing today?
Nico, I need to ask you that, bro. How are you doing today, bro? I know today's got to be a hard day for you.
Dang, why do you say that?
Your favorite molester of all time just got caught a 30-piece to go into the pen to perform 12 play
30 years
every night
Sheesh.
on Wednesdays and Thursdays in the pen, if you feel me.
Are we talking about the guy you rocking out to when we're at Zuma's?
I said, first of all,
Roberto.
me and Robert have not been rocking with each other since I was like 17. So
That's a lie.
That's not what I heard through the grapevine.
oh boy, you don't even know.
I see you
like-
getting jiggy with him.
I have mad videos of him saying, "Free my boy R. Kelly. He didn't do nothing." That whole interview was a lie.
You believe him? Or
He fighting for his life for
That was
real.
cap. Nico, don't do that.
I said, I see my boy Nico had braids one time for no reason other than he really fucks with Robert like that.
And Loki, those braids were nice.
They were, but that's not the point.
They were the finest.
They were not.
So let's say you were in jail, and your favorite, one of your favorite artists or an artist you know that's got a couple classics is in jail with you. Are you gonna be like, hey, hitting him up kind of often, like, hey, yo, sing that song that I like?
I just want to look his way, to be honest.
Really?
After I found out what happened, yeah. I mean, obviously it's been out there, but it's like, nah, I don't fuck with shit like that.
What if he finds you like attractive? You're like, damn, Nico, what's up?
Nah, it's definitely on site then. What do you mean?
You dropped the soap?
What if he tries to make you his bitch? Like, how do you feel about that?
We throwing these hands, fam. What do you mean?
So is he not your favorite
What
artist?
hands? I'm just
What
kidding.
Can you listen to those songs differently? Like,
Why would I be bumping those songs in the first place?
fam,
Right
like,
next
he
to
just said
music.
it's your favorite artist.
Who said it was my favorite artist?
Well, no, if it was just one of your
Hypothetically.
favorite
Oh,
artists.
hypothetically.
Yeah,
This motherfucker catch these hands.
but you're still gonna bump your shit afterwards when you get out.
Right.
Okay,
After
depending.
you
Do
get
I
out.
win the fight or do I lose the fight?
Let's just say it's a tie because the guards come and break it up.
That
Let's
don't
say like
count.
you're like in the ASAP Rocky like situation where you slip on some cum, you don't know where it came from, and then like that's when the guards come in and like nah, break it up, and then like you never get a finality to it.
Now it's beef all the way.
Damn.
That's not even his cum though. Like what the fuck? Yo, I'll never forget that. I saw that video. ASAP Ferg's face was just like priceless. Like he didn't know where he was going with that story at all. Like it was all in the moment.
Yo, what the fuck? I never seen that video.
You never seen that video?
Nah.
Fam.
I haven't seen that video.
Damn.
What the fuck? Y'all had never seen that video? Okay, ASAP is doing the interview, right? ASAP Rocky, and then Ferg is right next to him, right? I forget who he's talking to, but he's telling him about the story. So Ferg is just there chilling, like just listening, and then Rocky just out of nowhere says, "Yeah, so I slipped on some cum," and he just talked about it like all nonchalantly, like he didn't just say it. And when you see Ferg's face, bro, you're just like, he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he did, like why would you say that out to the public? It was mad funny. I'll show you the clip after.
So all those babies on the ground then.
Yo.
Pretty much.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Hey, I just want to know, who was the guy that had to do that? Like, who told him, yo, that's your job in this?
I heard through the grapevines though, your pull-out game weak.
Mine? I forgot. How many kids do I got?
You got 3 kids.
I got settle.
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 0 kids.
All right,
Okay.
so I saw the 3
okay.
fingers first, and then I saw the
Settle.
0.
Fam, you didn't see no fingers.
No,
You
I saw
You
this.
saw, nah, fam.
Okay.
It was straight
I
like
saw
this.
How many
Yeah.
kids were you supposed to have?
Nah.
How many
that's
times
a
did you
lie.
have to buy Plan Bs?
Deadass, I only bought them only because I was young and paranoid. But if I really think about the situation at the time, I didn't have any reason to buy them. So,
Can you afford a kid right now?
yeah, but no.
I don't want to.
Like it's more about like, yeah, I can afford them, but can I afford the patience? Can I afford the
You can.
the bullshit?
No, you can.
It's
You can. I'm just kidding.
I'm not mature enough for that yet.
Okay. You ain't ready for a kid?
Hell no.
Okay. What makes you say that?
I just said it. I'm not mature enough, dog.
About Nico with your 4 kids. What do you
Boy, I
have to
got
say?
no kids at all.
That you know about.
All right.
Nah, my pull-out. I want to say my pull-out get pretty strong.
No.
Nico,
you
you
don't
don't donate
know.
sperm.
Just say you don't know yet. I'm just kidding.
Maybe I would say just probably one.
Nico got hoes.
But-
Nico got hoes.
But
The
Nah,
different
not even that.
Area codes or what?
it's because
said,
I just wanted to try it, and obviously I bought the Plan B afterwards.
Nice, man.
Check, Nico.
Were you scared? Were you scared?
Scared of what?
Getting her pregnant or what?
Not because I knew what I was gonna get myself into.
when you didn't put it out.
Would you have regretted it? If you would have had it in that situation, like looking back on it.
At that time, yeah, because I wasn't where I needed to be at, like financially. I feel like I'm financially a little better than where I was at, like a couple
You're
years
rich.
ago.
What are you talking about?
Fuck out of here.
I'm just kidding.
That's it.
Fuck out of here. What's up with you, Israel?
You balling.
How many kids you supposed to have this
Bro,
year?
I'm supposed to have like 10 kids by now. Like, what the fuck? Oof. I'm supposed to be rich. I'm supposed to be, with 10 kids, having a nice ass house and everything. I got no kids, no money. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what he's saying.
No,
right
honestly, I do want to have kids like soon, bro. I've been wanting to have kids like
You ready?
a long time. Yeah.
I know you're ready.
Been ready.
You've been saying it for a couple of years now.
You're like annoying of it.
Hey,
like,
hey,
bro,
hey,
stop.
Hey, I met
no.
Israel. He's like, I want to have kids, bro.
Right.
I'm like, what?
I'm ready,
fam,
bro.
I just
Nah,
met you, dog.
Not with me, bro.
I'm the wrong
Sound like the
person
wrong
you should
person.
be telling that to right now.
Dolly needs a
Is this
little
the wrong
cousin to be
group?
playing with.
He's out rubbing my shoulder. I need kids, bro. What you gonna get me for?
Eli's kid needs a cousin to play with.
Need a cousin to play with, run around with, get in trouble with.
No, but soon for sure. Like honestly, like I'm ready for kids. And
How y'all feel about this abortion thing going around?
Shit's been wild, man.
That's crazy,
Going around,
bro.
dog. They're making that a whole fucking law, dog.
I don't think it's
Hey,
gonna last that long.
I don't support it, to be honest.
I think it's people's choice at the end of the day.
Exactly.
how do you feel about it, Nico?
Shit, bro. Your body, do whatever you want to do with it, Just make sure you're having protected sex at the end of the night.
Now, do you think the same thing as Elias in Israel, that it's gonna not last long, or how do you think?
Most likely. I feel like there's supporters out there. They're trying to like push it down their throat to get it.
I'm gonna say this. I think the only reason why it's gonna last long, and people don't really talk about this, I think, because it's like, if you think about it, they just came out with the male birth control, right? So pharmacies and pharmaceutical places like the ones that I work at, you gotta understand that they invested billions and billions of dollars into this pill, so they gotta make their money. So what's a way to do it? Well, if you take off, abortions, right? You put restraints on them, right? That will force more people to have to decide, okay, we're going to get birth control, we're going to buy condoms, we're going to buy Plan Bs, we got to do all the shit that the pharmacies and the big heads, they like to sell, so it makes them money. So I think at least for the foreseeable future, I think it is going to be around for a little while. Now, how much do they enforce it? Like, what is their limits? Like, obviously, if somebody gets raped and somebody wants to have an abortion.
I'm pro-choice, so I definitely stand with it's every woman's right to make the decision if they want to get an abortion or not. Because at the end of the day,
Agree.
I'm not in their shoes. I don't know what their experience is. I don't know what they're going through. And if that's the best decision for them at the time in their life, then so be it. Who am I to judge them and what they're going through?
You trying to be like Drake putting hot sauce on your
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Shout out, Drizzy.
I said it worked though.
It worked. Facts.
You should know what you're getting yourself into when you're having sex,
Facts.
at the end of the night.
That's what I agree on.
But you can't sit here and pretend like you weren't a kid, 14, 15 years old, trying to fuck around with some girl in high school. Like you can't pretend like everybody in the world should be that responsible and that's how it's
I'll
gonna
give
be.
you that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not. It's just like my thing is like, yes, you should try to be smart about it, but at the end of the day, like I do feel like birth controls and stuff like that, like they are necessary, and it
Right.
sucks that it does affect the body in a way,
Facts.
especially for women, that it's not always healthy. But then again, it's like if you want to have an ongoing sexual relationship with somebody, that is kind of just part of the deal.
Well, definitely.
yeah.
And shit, I support any girl that's willing, or any choice the girls want to make. It's like I'm gonna be a big supporter on it because at the end of the night, they're putting their body through it.
Right,
Yep.
but
It's
go ahead.
What was that?
No, I was just gonna say like, what about your opinion? You know what I mean? You're also like you're the father, you're the dad or whatever. Like, doesn't your opinion takes it like into consideration? Like, let's say, be like, I think personally that it should be both of yours decision.
Yes, but then again, it's like I should have pulled out, or I should have been wearing a condom at that point. Like I shouldn't be. What is it called?
Beggars can't be choosers, kind of thing.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, hey,
But then
I
again,
know the circumstance if I come in you. Like
Right.
I know issues that are gonna come with it, you know,
Right.
or what I'm gonna have to step up to, you know.
But then again, you know, she's wanting to have sex with you, kind of thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Let's say for unfortunately condom breaks, you didn't see it or something like that, and then again, I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? We're like, well, I'm gonna be like, yo, this is a personal opinion. I'll be
okay.
like, let's keep it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. To be honest, personally as well, I'll say keep it, but depending on the girl, because honestly, I don't be sleeping around. You know,
Right.
that's that. I don't be rolling like that. You know, it's like
Don't nobody catch Nico on a Friday night at Cobra. That's all I'm gonna say.
dead. Don't listen to
Cobra,
this clown.
Hobros,
I said, as whatever you do, just don't go to Cobra between the hours of 9 and
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday.
This guy.
And
I'm
everything
still
he said
virgin,
will still
alright?
be true.
I'm still a virgin.
You're still a virgin.
Right.
Still a virgin.
He goes a virgin.
You've been married twice, so stop. I'm
Ah,
just
that's
kidding.
cat. I don't have that financially money, bro.
I'm kidding.
Fam, you told me you banged out shorties the other day. Like, you
left
played
left
that
and right.
Damn. Dang.
So
I wish
you
I
had a
did,
train?
my boy.
My boy, and my put some respect on my name, my boy.
Fam. I mean, she wasn't bad looking. It was just, I don't know why you
It's
like
all
lied
jokes.
to the audience like that.
Oh shit.
How
Shorty ain't gonna
Hey, it's
listen to
pick on
this. Don't
Nico
worry.
day today, huh?
Nah.
Right.
That's what it is now.
I was just gonna ask how many bodies you got, but nah, that's
Nah.
that's a whole different.
Nah, we're,
you know
we're
what?
gonna save that for the
Yes,
after
sir.
hours, the
Let's-
Patreon page.
yes.
So when you guys buy birth controls, who
What?
goes in?
You know, you got to go on yourself.
Wait a minute. Buy birth control? What are you talking about, dog?
Yeah, like buying birth
Birth
control.
Oh, like Plan B?
who goes?
You talking about the Plan B?
My bad,
Plan
Plan
Bs.
B's.
I'm
My
about to say
bad.
you don't
Cut
buy
Plan
birth
B.
control.
Yeah, it's the same thing, pretty much. It's just one pill
Tomato, tomato.
versus
The one birth
once
control.
a day.
The instant birth
Right,
control.
right.
you mean?
I said, fam, you only got
Plan B.
one shot at this one. The other one is good for the whole month, so I don't feel like it's.
So who's buying the Plan B?
I usually do it.
Okay,
Like every day.
Same.
Be a gentleman.
Just kidding.
I have no shame.
I've done it. I've gone in there.
Yeah, you got. I
feels
feel
weird,
like
though.
the men should.
Yeah,
do
look,
it.
it only feels weird when there's like women like at the cashiers. Yeah, especially if it's like an old lady.
I agree.
You can tell she's judging the fuck out of me. Like,
Oh, I don't care if it's an
She's
old lady.
looking at you
I
up
feel
and
like
down.
like Gladys, mind your fucking business. Like, go worry about the fucking like the spill on aisle 4. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm buying, bitch. Like, ain't got nothing to do with you. You probably did the same shit. Don't worry about it. Like,
when
mind
you were
your
like
business.
50 years
Fam,
back.
you were probably just giving it
Just
up
throwing
to
it back.
everybody.
are you guys
You know,
buying the?
back it up.
Are you guys playing the original Plan B, or are you guys getting like the off-brand one?
All right, fam.
The OG.
I bought the off brand. I'm not a dad, so I know it works. I'm good.
Okay.
Original.
Is it, are you trying to be cheap
Everybody
on the? on
Okay,
the
bro.
other
When I
one?
bought, mind you, when I did this, I was young, so I didn't have like a real job. So like when I saw the 50 plus
versus
tax
30.
versus the 40 with tax, I'm like those $10
$10
go a long way. But then again, it's like when you think about it, after every time, it's like it's almost like that post nut clarity, like that post Plan B clarity. Like, bro, I could have bought a condom. I should have just pulled out. Like, there's so many things I could have
Your
done.
whole
to
life
prevent
is
this.
like-
Hey,
like
tell
I
the
just
story.
like made so many bad decisions to
Moses
get to
said,
this.
it's
Hey,
too
tell-
expensive. I
Nah,
threw
nah,
off the
nah,
stairs.
nah. Moses.
So I'm getting a hanger, dog. No, I'm just kidding.
Moses beating around the bush. Tell him the story, the actual story, how it went down.
What story? What are you talking about?
You know, whose card you use?
Card? What do you?
Whose credit card? Whose
no,
debit card?
Whose
Phone
Walgreens
number.
Phone number you use?
Oh no! It was fries. So funny enough, my fault. So my mom, what do you call it? She usually we just use her account. Her phone number is connected to the fries VIP point, whatever bullshit, right? So me not thinking it's like a reflex now. I just put the number in whenever I buy shit, right? And I bought other shit with the Plan B. So I bought it, and then like maybe like a week later, my mom's comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And so she's like, Did you buy a Plan B? I'm like, and like in my mind, I was like, how the fuck does she know? Like, was she watching me?
Mom knows.
And then my dumb ass didn't even realize, like, she dead ass like looked it up because she gets like she has an account and she gets notifications when somebody uses her phone number, and it said Plan B on that bitch, and I was like, fuck.
Damn.
At least she knew I was trying to like use some type of protection.
Okay,
I was trying to be.
was
I was
she happy
trying to
for
be
you?
responsible.
that's the original version. You
I
know,
was trying to be responsible. Either way.
How do y'all feel about your father and son dynamic?
For me, it's like, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but my pops was definitely like, he was very, very strict. To sum up that side of him, one time I was in the 6th grade. You know how report cards work, right? Like once you get your report card,
Oh.
that's final. Like there is no changing it, right? So my pops is like, A's are the only letter that you could get. Anything else was like a failure. So when I got my report card, I had all A's, but it showed you the percentages on the sides, right? So on one of them, I had like a 90 point something, but it's an A, right? And there's nothing that's going to change it. So any other parent, you know, when they see their kid come home with a report card, all A's, hey, you doing good job, right? My pops dead ass gave me a fucking lecture for like a couple hours about how you were one C paper away, and that would have been a B plus, and I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. I got an A, dog. Like, it's done. Like, there is no, like, I did it. I did the job. But, like, that's what my dad was. So, when growing up, that's how it always was. School was always, like, every fucking time he had to talk with me, it was always about school. And I feel like that kind of played a role in regards to, like, how close we are now. Because me and my dad, like, we don't really talk about a whole lot personal-wise. It's just kind of like, you know, the few things that we have in common, we do talk about. Obviously, I mean, it doesn't mean that we don't have a good relationship. It's just, I do feel like there's a lot of things that I wish I could feel more comfortable coming to my dad with, but it's just kind of like growing up, that's, you know, my dad was always the one that disciplined. It was obviously, again, he was always the one that was on my ass about, you know, school, chores, all that shit. So it was kind of like, you know, I only got to see so much of my pops. And I feel like, you know, as I get older and I realize, you know, obviously when I want kids, like, I want that to be different for my son, especially, or my daughter, that, you know, I can be there more in their personal life so they don't feel like they have to hide, you know, all these things that they're going through, or they have to rely on their friends or like other people. Now you can come to your dad because your dad is, you know, he's cool. He understands, so you could talk to him, give you good advice and shit. So I feel like that's one aspect of our relationship that I see now that I didn't really see when I was younger.
That was beautiful, bro.
Oh, shit.
The way you put it really well,
touched me
bro.
really
I said, I
That was
almost
beautiful.
cried. I said,
Hey, if I had to get up, I'd give you a hug, bro.
Hey, I'm shedding a tear under this.
Hey, has your dad is your dad that type of Mexican dad that is like everything a little anything, but just like a little live lesson? Like he just pretty much explains to you, is like, hey,
yeah. I mean, it's like, so to give like a little bit more, like my pops always worked hard. Like, I'm always gonna give him his respect that my mom wasn't always working until I was like in middle school going into high school. So the vast majority of like my younger years and my sister's years, my dad was the only one that was working. So he had to put in a lot of overtime. He was working at jobs, obviously, that he wasn't excited to wake up at 3 a.m. to go into work and do a bunch of shit. And he still made the time to pick me up and, you know, wait in the hot ass sun until I got out of school. So like, you know, he did his part in providing. I think it was just that second half where it's like the human aspect of it, where it's like, you know, you obviously, like, as an example, like we all obviously, you know, when we were young, we were like fucking horny teenagers and shit, trying to, you know, fuck around with some girl. Like for me, like
we're perros.
Yeah, for me, it was kind of like, you know, when my dad decided to have like the talk with me, it was already kind of too late. I already had, you know, had sex. I kind of,
My boy popped this cherry.
it said, yo, I said I was definitely not a virgin.
You said, there you go, son. That's my boy.
But yeah, but it was like those kind of things where it's like, you know, not to be corny, but like you see it in like movies and shit and like shows, and you think that's how it's supposed to go, but it didn't go like that for me. And it's like, as I got older, I used to resent my dad for that, but then I realized, you know what was he going through? Like, what was the reason that he couldn't be there for me in this way? Like, did he even know how to be there for me in this way? You know, what issues did he have that maybe I didn't see as a kid, but now I realize as I'm an adult and I realize what the real world is like. You know what? Like, my dad did the best he could, and I should be appreciative of that.
That's all
You
that
know
matters
what
at the end of the night. To be
That
honest
was a
with
good
you.
point.
For sure.
I feel like I heard something around our parents are also just like us. They're just learning to figure shit out.
I mean? Yeah, exactly.
So
And
even
they're still
though
growing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like when it comes to those type of things, like I think I agree with Moses. I feel like I think I can relate to that in the sense of my dad. Like I didn't see him too much. I know he provided, but I feel like because he provided, I guess, so well, because he wasn't there, he did miss out on moments you kind of wish you had with him,
Right.
to feel comfortable around him. Like I'm cool with my dad. Our relationship is chill, but again, I feel like we missed out on the growing aspect when you're growing up.
Yeah.
Like it'd be nice to have him there more, but because you didn't, it's like I'm never disrespectful or try to be rude, but it's like, you know, we're cool. I got love for you regardless. You know that we can always talk, but I grew up in the sense of like I don't need to rely on you so much. You know, I can also
Right.
handle shit myself. So
And I'm
I
sure
agree.
it shaped how you want to be
Exactly.
as a dad too,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It builds
And I agree.
character
I
a
feel
little.
like with my mom coming from El Rancho and being very like close-minded, and they're not really like they're not allowed to socialize too much and being controlled by their parents. I feel like my mom kind of did that to me growing up, but I felt like going through that with my mom and dad is like I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to give my kid like that freedom and leverage on what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That way they can grow, and I feel like the more communication you have, the better a human being can grow through that. Because when you don't have people to you feel comfortable to talk to besides your homies,
Right.
because I understand like there's been moments when I share shit with you guys and like damn they're going through the same thing.
Yeah.
You feel a little better, you know. I feel like parents do scold you to like quickly like understand, but it's like yo I don't know, like I'm trying to figure it out.
And imagine
Right.
the pressure. Like you
Same way
expect
for
me to know some shit that you're like a 30-year-old man and I'm a 16-year-old kid. Like,
Yeah.
how can you expect me to automatically understand everything that you're talking about? I never been through that shit.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know that shit.
sometimes you
but
think
you
about
want me,
that.
you
Yeah.
expect me to know that shit.
Some-
It's
I feel
like,
it's probably because they're going through like their own little frustration on their own little world as well. You know, it's
Right.
like shit. I feel like I could relate, kind of, not really, but same shit with my mom. You know, I didn't really grow up with a father figure in my life, so I had to learn everything on the
Right.
go. When
Some-
my boy Fabian and my boy Brian, you know, like I kind of learned off of them. I learned off of their parents, as in like their dads. You know, they kind of guided me on like a good path. You know, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. You know, it's like that's the only guidance I pretty much had as well.
Right. Sometimes I think about that too. Like whenever you have, like, our parents went through that, and then when you have kids, like, how are they gonna think of you like that? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna feel the same way how we feel about our parents? You know, about my dad or about my mom? Because we have a model. Like, you know, some of us were able to grow up with our parents and stuff like that, and we understand like this is a way of being, or this is a way of doing things. You know what I mean? That's how they did it. But then again, it comes down to like, damn, like, all right, well, I'm going to do it what I think is best. But is my kid going to think and be like, you know, this is, my dad was perfect or my mom was perfect. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think about that. I'd be like, damn, like, whenever I have my kids, I'm going to try to do better than what my parents did. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be like, are my kids going to be like, damn, my dad was perfect. Like, nah, I can't say anything, you know, that my dad didn't do right, or, you know, because I feel like there's always going to be a generation after generation thinking like, nah, my dad could have done this or could have done that. At the end of the day, personally with my dad, I'm grateful to everything that he did. I honestly, I could talk about like, you know, like my dad did this and he was very strict. He was a very strict man. He was very educated, very into school, very like strict into like he spoke once, that's it. Like if you didn't listen to him, you getting the beating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, damn, that showed me discipline. You know what I mean? I apply it now and that showed me like, damn, like, nah, I got to do it because, you know, this is the way my dad was like teaching me to do this. Maybe I didn't understand at the time, but now I get it. Like, you know, Moses was saying. So I don't know. It's just something to think about. It's like, damn, now we're going through this. Now we're thinking back. But then again, how is our future going to be? How are our future kids going to be or think about?
I feel like the one thing I agree with Israel is I think the only mistake we can ever make as parents when we get older is thinking that we figure it out. Because I feel like our parents, I know from personal experience, when I would tell my parents like, oh, I wish you could do this, they didn't take criticism that easily. They're like, like I ain't doing that shit. And I feel like that's what builds the trust of your kid. Like,
facts.
like your kid
what?
should be able to tell you like, hey,
what?
I don't like how you talk to me like that. And instead of being mad, like I'm your dad, what the fuck? Like, all right, then, like, you know, that way your kid doesn't feel like they can yell at you because you yelled at them, or they get like some resentment to you.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like a generation thing, you know. Like it also depends on like how our parents grew up and how their parents raised them.
Yeah.
Obviously, they teach us on how they got raised, you know.
They're probably trying to do better.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, they always want our dads. They always want the best of us, right? So we all know we go every day. Life's a lesson. They teach us. We make mistakes. They correct us. So it's really crazy how they get raised and how their generations pass it on to us. But then since once now we're in a new generation, we learn from how this new life that we live in now, and we put it on our kids, such as you when you have your daughter, Fabian when he has kids, when we all have kids. You know, everybody's different once we all grow up.
Oh, we know Fabian's
You
gonna
know?
have kids soon. We know that.
Yeah,
that's facts.
I'm in a position where I'm lucky to have a dad. You know, like how other people don't have a dad. You know,
Right.
and also even though shout out to the queens that are both playing the roles, the mom and the dad. You know, because like that for sure. For sure. So like my dad, I made mistakes when I was little. I grew. He taught me the ropes pretty much. He always wanted the best for me, like how all your dads and moms want the best for y'all. Because we all grow on our mistakes, and and it's coming from a Mexican parent. They're strict on us because they want the best of life for us. And Dominicans, and shit, loco coño. It's crazy, because and then pretty much like every generation, different heritages. Parents are raised differently, and cultures. As
That's
well.
facts too.
I just want to say, damn, Brian, I never knew this side of you, bro.
Hey, it's the margarita talking. It's that TED
Alcohol
talk.
talking within him to the right path. So I just had to separate from my dad.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's strong.
So yeah, like honestly, I didn't really have these grown up talks. I kind of had to learn from my uncles and cousins
Wow.
and friends. Obviously, it's like obviously we're all gonna have these conversations sooner or later with homies. So
God, I hope you never learned anything from Brian.
I'm fucking
Yeah,
dead.
Brian,
I hope
Brian just
God,
Nichols
I
comes
hope-
in.
What did your
I
cousin
hope you
teach
never
Brian?
thought something that Brian said was like a good idea. I
What
hope
did your cousin
God.
teach you?
He said, "Two in the paint, one to stink."
Yo.
That's funny.
I think the relationship that was described by like Elias and Moses is kind of the relationship I think most young males have with their father. I don't know, but that was the relationship I had with my father personally. Like, maybe we didn't talk about all the emotional stuff that was supposed to be talked about,
And
but
that pussy
he was
shit.
definitely there. He was definitely there in like in my time. Like when I played football, he was there for all my games. When I was in spelling bees for elementary school, he was there. He would be there as much as he can, and he would try to help out with homework as much as he could too. Even though he didn't, probably finish high school that much or finish his education, he still tried to help out as much as he could. And I think that just goes to show like we all have the similar experiences we have with our fathers. Like we have generational trauma, like you guys also mentioned, and they're still trying to figure it out. And through this generational trauma, like we just got to realize that they have that, they go through that as well, and we just got to realize that there's a cycle that has to be broken for our future kids, because like y'all said too, we want to be different, we want to provide, we want to be better for our kids in the future, and we don't have to be perfect necessarily. We just got to be there and provide, and all that emotional stuff and all that love will come in the future, will come in time when it's ready. It'll come organically,
Right. And I think personally, like we look at the dad as the strong figure, and then the mom, the soft, that, like, I mean, personally, like I said earlier, my dad was the strong one. My mom was the, like talking kind of thing, like, hey, wash the dishes type of thing. My dad was like, wash the dishes. When that nigga talked, like, you had to listen. Like, it's no like, oh, it was mom, like, whatever. You know what I mean? You got to do it. But I think, in how we all been saying stuff, I don't hear the whole sensitivity side. You know what I mean? Like, not sensitivity as like hurt, but like your dad giving you a hug, like, I love you type of thing, like the whole, like, I mean, like being treated as of like love, and more of a like being more of a strict person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was looked, most dad, not parents, dad are looked at as a strong figure. You know what I mean? But it's rare to see the whole sensitivity on a dad. You know what I mean?
And that's
sure.
another challenge that's placed on, I think, young men too, because we're taught from a young age that being vulnerable, being emotional is not the manly
an
way
option.
to be. Yeah, it's not an option. You just gotta
It's
tough
okay
it
to
out.
share a tear.
Right.
Because a lot of dads be giving that tough love,
Yeah.
So like a lot of people understand, like, a lot of people's dads be different,
Y'all think sensitivity is being open?
I think it's more about the fact that like you have to. There's moments where I think, especially like the old school like Hispanic like household, like being vulnerable is something
Right.
that is very difficult, because
That's it.
to be vulnerable is like to be weak. And that's the thing, is that especially when you're a father trying to raise your son, you can't come off as weak. You got to be the one that you're strong. You're the man of the house. You're the foundation. So for me, it's like there's certain times where like I understood that like, you know, my pops was very it was very kind of weird to talk to him about certain things because I didn't understand how to be vulnerable.
Right.
And as I got older, I realized, you know, whether it's through relationships, you know, with my homies, or if it's like a girlfriend or whatever, like I understood that like, hey, like you can't just keep this shit bottled in, because if once you let it out, that reaction that whoever you're taking it out on, it's gonna come out 20 times as worse.
Right.
And that was a bad habit that I learned through my dad, because he would do that to me. There's days where like I'm not even doing shit, and like the slightest thing will piss him off, and it had nothing to do with me. I had to do with whatever was going on at work, maybe some shit between him and my mom's, just a bunch of things, right?
Right.
And it's like, but I'm the one that catches it, and then again, it builds that like, fuck you, dad, like I'm mad, like that type shit, that resentment,
Feel
that
that hatred towards him.
exactly. And then the biggest thing that I think we don't really think about, and it sucks that you don't think about it until it's too late sometimes, the most valuable thing that you can offer somebody is time.
True.
Time, because it's not like money, it's not like love, it's not like anything else. Like you can't get that shit back. Once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
So for me, it's like, you know, you should try to take advantage of how much time you have with the people that you love and you care about, you know, and in this case, your dad, because there's going to come a day where your pops isn't going to be there.
Not gonna
and
be
it's
around.
like, it's going to suck, and it's going to really, you know, it's going to really hurt.
Hit you.
And you want to make sure that you try to salvage everything you can. So, you know, from being, the way that I see it is like just being vulnerable is something that it's not weakness. It's being able to express how you feel in a positive and healthy way.
I agree with Moses. One thing Nico knows me well enough. I was telling how much I appreciate him as a friend, and I got into deep emotions, being like, "Hey, man, like thank you for everything you've done for me. You're an amazing person. I care about you. You're like you're pretty much family." He knows that. So I feel like, you know, it's good to have that, because when he does that for me and tells me that shit, I'm like, damn, bro, like I need to hear that shit, because sometimes you don't think sometimes when you're in your own head, you feel like, damn, nobody give a fuck about what I'm doing.
Facts.
But then when you got a homie like showing you love, like, yo, that's what's up, man. Like that's something that I'm like, damn, like I'm thankful for my friends.
Right.
Yeah, we just gotta pick each other up. You know, sometimes our dads sometimes lack on communication, because sometimes they don't even got the answers that we need from them, and it sucks.
Yeah,
man. But ain't that a bitch though? Y'all got dads, and I'm the only one without a dad.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what.
You got me. You got me.
I tell you what.
You can call me that.
Hey, Nico, I want you to. This is me telling you straight up, like not just doing this for the mics. Like real talk, you're one of the nicest, like genuine dudes. That's why.
Full cap.
Yeah, well, I said I'm a little drunk, so
Hey, I'm about to cut this part. This nigga whack. This nigga whack.
I said first of all, I've been saying fuck Nico since like 07.
All right, cut it back.
Nah, I'm just playing. No, but for real though, like that ass, like even my friends, like whenever we all go out and they like we're getting ready to go out to Zuma or whatever it is, even my friends that have only met you 4 fucking times and they only know you from like 10 p.m. to fucking 2 a.m. Even they ask, "Hey, is Nico coming?" I'm like, first of all, fuck y'all. Why does Nico matter right now? I'm your friend.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
a lot about Nico. Yeah,
but it's like, I'm saying that goes to show you that you obviously you have an impact, bro. Like you obviously you have a certain personality that it gravitates people. So, you know, don't ever think that you ain't important or any of that shit, bro. You really are. You're down there.
Nah,
earth, bro.
shit. My mom raised me pretty well. Then I guess I could say.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, she definitely played both parts.
I be telling Nico, his mom reminds me of my mom, because they're very sweet people.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Appreciate y'all.
Now I don't know how the fuck Brian turned out, bro. That was
I don't know what happened to Brian.
Yeah, man. That was
I came out fucked up.
yo, that was an experiment. That was an experiment gone wrong for real.
No, we all live and learn from each other, you know. So it's all love around here.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, I got a question. I just wanted to ask. So, what do y'all got to say for people that, or for young men that have their fathers, but you know, their fathers don't really know how to communicate with them, like the best of ways, or they're not there for them, and they just have a bad relationship in general? What kind of advice would you give those type?
I'm gonna say, for those people that didn't have their parents like growing up and stuff like that, or that did have their parents, sorry, to be patient with communication. Honestly, like that's the key. I think what goes hand in hand is communication and patience. You know what I mean? Like, and also love and all this stuff. But patience it goes a long way. You know what I mean? Like when you're patient with somebody and you're trying to understand them and you love them, you care for them and stuff like that. At the moment, it might seem like a little off. Like, what? You tell, like, I didn't do anything. Like, why are you hitting me? You know what I mean? It could come off in a way where, like, nah, I'm mad at you. Like, you didn't have to hit me like that. You didn't. Why are you yelling at me? Like, you know what I mean? And at the moment, maybe it's not taken in. It's not being approached the right way. But in the future, or maybe once you have your kids, and it might not never hit. You know what I mean? But I'm sure if your dad is still around and you know, and you do something and they try to correct you and they try to what's the word? I forgot. They try to parent you. They try to discipline you. That's the word. They try to discipline you is because they love you, because they care about you, because they want you to do better. They want you to do better than what they did because they maybe went through the same thing and they don't want you to go through the same stuff. That's just my personal opinion. But what do you guys think?
That makes sense. I think patience is a virtue, and like we talked on earlier, they're just trying to figure it out too. And
Facts.
you know, maybe they're just not figuring it out. Everybody's got their own pace, but yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you know, everybody's still trying to figure it out, even
Facts.
your parents.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
I feel like for fathers that are trying to figure that out with their own kids, again, like Israel said, patience. I agree with Fabian, but honestly, you just gotta wait it out. And then when they decide to come to you, you gotta learn how to handle it and have patience for them to speak out to you, and try to approach it in the best way you can.
Yes,
That way, you don't want to fuck it up and get mad at them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, great, now I'm not gonna share with them certain things, or try to come to him when I need help, because then you're gonna push him away, then bring him near." I feel like that'd be. I agree with Israel.
Maybe ask questions, you know? Ask questions that could probably guide you on what he's trying to tell you at the end of the night.
I just feel like nowadays dads are just scared, or like to approach their kid and just ask them, you know, personal stuff, you know, because like how I see it, coming from my experience from my dad doesn't hardly like talk to me like that, you know. Like I wish my dad would be more straight up forward with me, you know, more open for me. And then sometimes I feel like I'm uncomfortable to like, you know, tell him my personal life as well, you know. I pretty much try my best to have that, you know, that son and father like friend relationship, but you know, there's always like a boundary for them that, you know, that you don't want them to tell them. But that'll be nice though, you know. Like I know I have uncles and like that are cool that I can talk to about them about anything, you know. But it's just different with your dad, because you want that respect, you know, and then you want your parents to respect you and not like feel and not disrespect them, you know.
I get it with Brian. One thing, when I found out I was going to be a father, I was kind of really excited. Like, obviously you're scared because you don't know too much, but I was excited because I was like, damn, I better be a young dad. And seeing Fabian from like my perspective, I was like, damn, this dude get to kick it with his mom and dad. Like his mom's birthday, he buying her a shot.
True,
right?
I'm like, damn, my kid better buy me a shot when it's my birthday. Like that's what's up.
Fabian,
That's
by the
it.
way, my birthday is on August 7th. So
Wait, that's pulling up then.
I was like, that's a nice relationship, because I feel like growing up, my parents had me at an older age. They're too tired to really want to do certain things, and I get it, you know. But I'm like, I see Fabian's family, I'm like, damn, like I want to be there for those type of moments, like have fun.
Okay, how do y'all feel with parents being too rough with their kids?
rough in the sense of like just discipline, or
Yeah,
what do you mean?
discipline wise?
I mean, I'll tell you this. My dad didn't need to use a belt or anything like that. He was plenty strong enough that he whooped my ass many times. I think for me, it's like I think it's hard because you don't know when you're in that situation. But I think that discipline, like, I mean, hitting your kids, I think to a certain extent it might be necessary, but like you don't need to beat the shit out of your kids. There's no need to fucking hit a 3 or 4 year old because I mean they're kids. Like they literally don't know what they don't know. So it's like
right or wrong, yeah.
You know, yes, discipline them so that way you could teach them so then they try to understand. But at the same time, it's like for me, the best way that I learned was that when my pops tried to talk to me and reason with me, that's when I understood better about what was it that I did wrong and why I need to correct it for the future. I think that as you get older, that's the better way to communicate. You can't keep beating my ass when I'm like 14, 13 years old, like when I was 4. It just doesn't work like that.
Right.
So for me, it's like I feel like there's a medium, but I do feel like, you know, in certain instances it could be necessary, but just obviously don't go overboard with it.
Yes, sir. I agree. There's a limit.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, there definitely is element because I definitely have shared that same experience where like it was my dad always doing the discipline. And, you know, I definitely got hit a few times and I learned not to do it. But I think that's what kind of molded me into who I am, and maybe there's some trauma I haven't healed from that, just because, you know,
Right.
it's not good. It's not good to keep getting hit all the time.
Pasa the chancla.
Yo,
What was the thing you were scared of to get hit by?
shit.
Ooh, with the bell. I heard the sound of the bell. That shit got me.
Yo.
I did not want
Hey,
to
okay,
hear
real
shit.
talk.
I used to hide the belt when it was time for my ass to get whooped. Once I got smart, you know.
Right.
Yo, okay. So be honest. All right, did your parents ever use like el cocuy or like shit like that to scare the shit out of you, or like did they just straight up beat you? Like
I
what was
only
it?
worked after like a certain amount. Like I said, I didn't have a father, so it was like I definitely got smacked.
Yeah. Yo, I don't even believe you. Your mom was like the nicest woman. Like she
never
goes-
hit you.
Oh, she
What are
definitely
you
got a
talking
backhand,
about?
bro. She
You know what
definitely
she
got
did,
a
bro?
backhand.
She got Nico to hit himself. That's what she did.
That's how
what
nice
did.
she was.
Fact. She said, no. You're gonna do it.
Right.
Gave Nico a hug.
She said, you did this
Nico
to
start
you.
crying.
Yeah.
Nah, no cap. So my pops, cause I used to watch, which is
Porn.
kind of funny now.
I'm just kidding.
I watch not porn. This dude. Was it Israel that said that shit? But you're gonna get us canceled. So I used to watch the Halloween movies when I was like super young, right? And I got mad scared, you know, obviously being 4 or 5 watching them shits. So we used to have like this attic, and my pops knew that I would be scared of him. So he'd be like, "Hey, if you don't stop fucking around, I'm gonna shove you in the attic with Michael Myers and shit." And I was like, after like about 8, I was like, "All right, fam, I know you can't fit up there, so you can stop bullshitting with me. Either you're gonna hit me or we're gonna get this over with. Like, how we
He said,
gonna do
"Stop
it?"
the
Like, yeah, fam, I know he's not there, dog.
He's not here.
Yeah,
I had a homie that he'd be like, "Yo, I'm about to get hit." I'm like, "What they gonna hit you with?" He's like, "The hanger, the
Hanger.
el gancho."
El
Yeah, I'm
gancho.
like, hell no. They're trying to brand you,
I
bro.
remember personally. Remember getting hit with the little branch from the tree.
Oh, you got hit with the switch.
Yeah, I got hit with like a cable. I got hit with anything, man. Like my dad was pretty rough. Not gonna lie. I know it wasn't me, but it was my brother, and I feel bad. I still feel bad for him. But this nigga got hit with the buckle, bro. Like that was crazy.
Sheesh.
Honestly, you know, to this day, I didn't know this until like I was like 23, 24. So I was asking my mom, I was like, "Yo, like, why was my dad so rough on us? Like, why?" He's like, not just the fact because he wanted you guys to do better and, you know, be better than him and stuff like that. But the fact is that every time he would hit us, he would go into his room and cry about it, like how bad he will feel. Like he didn't know how to be open about it. So he will cry about it. He's like, he didn't know what to say. So he just cry about it. I was like, damn, like that's crazy. Imagine seeing your dad, like after he hit you, like he's crying too. Like that's tough. But
in
that's
the
crazy.
moment, you're in your room.
In the moment,
and you're like,
You
man,
trying to grab
if
that
this
belt, too."
motherfucker come in here, I'm gonna fuck him up.
I'm gonna run away.
I said, I'm gonna pack my one He-Man toy and I'm out.
When they be saying this hurts me more than you, you're like, nah, what you talking about?
Nah.
Why you play?
I think me and you need to switch roles and we can see how you feel about that.
You want to
I
try?
don't know about all that. Yeah.
Nah, but
I never believed that.
So, fam, do you see this welt in my ass? Like that's you, dog. Like you did that
You
shit.
see this Bruce?
I didn't do this to myself, but
So, fam,
but no, I think it's a good thing that parents nowadays are trying to stray away from that, just because, you know, like we said, it's better to be more vulnerable and talk about communicate your problems, and you know, so you don't have to deal with getting hit.
Right.
You can actually have a healthy relationship with your parents and go to them for anything, be comfortable, you know.
Right. I
Hey,
agree.
but some kids definitely do need to
Deserve it.
oh yeah, fuck you.
You needed that.
Yeah, this kid's like, bro, are you serious gonna let him act like that?
Yeah.
Y para la raza, nomás que tenga comunicaciones con sus hijos, nomás.
Sí. Por
I love
No hay que
favor,
pegarlos.
agarren sus niños.
Since there is a men's birth control pill and the women's, are you taking it for your girl?
I'm taking it from every girl. I just
Damn.
they ain't stopping me.
Yeah, I just want to know: do I get a period and do I get cramps too, or how does that work? Like, do I bleed out my dick, or how does that happen?
Out of your anal.
Is that my ass? Like what? Like what? How does that work, dog? Nico, you're the doctor here. Tell me.
This motherfucker. I'll definitely take it. You know,
You would take it?
I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, I would have to play it by ear as well. You know, it's like I got to see what side effects
Right.
it's gonna bring the guy.
As of right now, it says it's gonna lower your testosterone, but without the symptoms, meaning you won't be fertile to have babies.
Yeah, I don't go off of what they say at first. I'm gonna just wait until like they test it off like 100 people, because sometimes they're not
I'll say
accurate.
millions.
Bam.
Yeah,
And then they
no,
give you
yeah,
like
obviously.
15 fucking side effects after
You
the
know?
fact.
Right.
So how long are you waiting?
So say it's been out since like today. I'll probably give it like a year or two.
I would say like 5 years. Because
5
birth control has been, not birth control, Plan B has been around for years.
Plan B is even worse than birth control.
No,
though.
I know it's worse. I'm just saying it's been out for years. And, you know, right, you know it works, but that's why I would let it sit for a good 5 years and be like, all right, baby, I'll take it this time. You know what I mean?
But why do we gotta wait so long?
I personally will wait just because it's fairly new. Birth control has been around for, not birth control. Damn it.
Yeah, birth control.
Israel's a little drunk. I'm sorry.
I'm a little drunk. Plan B.
He's actually on the pill right now. He doesn't know it, but
I forgot. I'm just kidding.
So-
Plan B has been around. You know?
So would you do it as like fuck it, I'll do it, babe, or is it like we'll take turns, babe?
Ooh.
you know what? Fuck it. If you put it like that, if we cycle it off, fuck it. That's fair.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Definitely.
I would say
Because honestly, I wouldn't want my girl to go through all that with her own body as well. You know,
I'm just
It's
not trying
like-
to bleed out my dick. That's what I'm really scared of, dog. Like,
that's all you care about.
fam. Like, yeah, did y'all remember like in health class when they used to show you like the STDs and shit? Y'all never
Right.
got scared when they show you those slides?
Not scared, but it was disgust. I was like, damn, that's disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like,
I had a
that's
nightmare
nasty.
one time.
By the
All
way,
right, I gotta tell.
by the way, we're all virgins here.
I gotta tell a vulnerable story real quick. So I was in high school and I was in health class, and they showed us. I don't remember what disease it was, but basically it's like pus coming out of your dick, right? So mind you, I'm in high school, so I had a nightmare one time that I went to the bathroom, and as I'm peeing, like pus started coming out of me, and I was like, oh, like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, I woke up sweaty as shit. I think I might have screamed. Like I'm not gonna lie. So then as soon as I get up, I go to the bathroom and I go to pee, and everything comes out. And I was like, ugh. Like the relief that I had, bro. Like it was like I couldn't believe it. Like I was so scared.
During this time, were you being a dog?
Bro, I was in high school. I didn't. No, I was not getting any play. I was ugly. Like, why hasn't there been a female rap group pretty much since the existence of hip hop? I think for one, it's kind of. Well, I mean, like in a group in a sense of like Wu-Tang Clan, like there's 8 of those motherfuckers. Like,
Right.
you know, like the Migos, there's 3 of them, right? Like Salt and Pepper did exist. Queen Latifah was in a group. Like they have technically existed. There hasn't been a lot. Nah, but I mean, See, that's the thing. That's like the City Girls. Like that's the closest we're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like what happened? Like where's the Outcast of females? Where's like the Dipset? Where's the G Unit? Where's those kind of groups? Because I feel like yes, there's a limited amount of female artists to begin with, but at the same time, it's like because of that, there should be more of like an openness, you would think, to have those groups come together and make music together because there's only so many of them.
Yeah, I think it's with that. I feel like it falls under the category, sadly, kind of like how you got like street rap. You got to rap about these type of things.
Gangster rap.
I think you got more female artists trying to come out like Sweetie, like not like Sweetie, but like trying to come out and be like Sweetie and Cardi B
Yeah.
to be able to make it, which sucks, you know. Because I think the other day I was listening to this girl, just popped up on my YouTube feed. I gotta find her though, but she was like an upcoming artist, and she was actually rapping. I was very impressed. Where I
Bro,
was
we,
like,
we all know who Nicki Minaj is, bro. You know what
hey Nikki, hey Nikki, what up?
Yeah, I also feel like
he thought
What's
he
up?
stumbled
What's
upon
up,
a
Nicki?
gold mine.
I also feel like it's like a generation thing, you know.
A
Like
Hispanic artist.
I just feel like back in the day when G Unit was there and Wu-Tang Clan, it was mostly like how you said, like kind of like gangster rap, kind of like more like
Yeah, yeah.
like old, like what's it called underground. Because I think back in the day, like women wasn't like wasn't about that, about that life kind of.
I'll tell you this,
would
like
say.
there was female rappers like Eve as an example.
What about
Eve?
But there's a lot
TLC?
of there's a lot of single.
No, TLC is not a rapper,
TLC is
they're
an R&B
R&B
group. But they say there are single female rappers that are from but not as a group,
But people forget, like Eve, she used to rap with like DMX. She used to be with the Rough Riders. Like that she used to fucking rap like with the
Friday.
with like those type of dudes. Or like obviously like Lil Kim, she used to rap with Biggie for a reason. Like that she could fucking rap for real. So it's not like I don't think they're not talented enough. There's women rappers that I think are better than male
Most
rappers
rappers.
that like you could easily put a female rapper in the top 20 greatest rappers of all time. We just don't do it because it's a male thing, whatever, it's stupid. But I think that there's plenty of females that are talented enough. I think it's just more about like getting them to actually come out in a group and want to be in the group rather than just focus on me. I have to be me. I have to talk about my pussy. I have to talk about, how many dudes I pull, how much money I got, like that shit,
I think they just did their own genre. They just did their own route type of thing.
Yeah.
Like Nicki, Cardi B, like they're all beefing with each other kind of thing, just, throwing, back and forth type of thing because they want to go their own route.
Right.
Just because they can't compete with the, like you were saying earlier with some of those rappers. But honestly, I do agree. Like they should come up, you know what I mean? Like that would be cool.
I wouldn't be mad at a Migos, like a female Migos group.
Yeah,
like
that
would be-
My group would be Miss Elliott, Nicki, and
Sorry.
Remy Ma.
Starting four female rappers. We'll be in the
Oof.
dopest group right now.
Foxy Brown would have to be up there for me. Eve, I like Eve a lot. Little Kim would be up there for me, and I guess you could put Nicki too. That would be my top 4 right there.
I'll be crazy. I'll go with I'll go with Lil Kim for sure. I'll add Cardi B to that mix because the little sassy. She wildin'. You feel me? And then who else? We'll add Missy Elliott to that for sure. We gotta add Missy Elliott to that. Just her flow, her style. That'll be my top 3. I don't know about the 4th one. What y'all think?
Ooh, I say Teyana Taylor.
Is she a rapper though? Because I
Is
feel
she
like she
R&B?
R&B.
I'm
She
more,
share R&B.
okay, to be honest though, I'm not really. a
Niggas in the
rapper
love,
type of dude.
Niggas in
I'm
love machine. So
I'm more in my feelings type of dude. But I'm gonna give you my top 4 females that I like.
That can also apply to R&B, by the way. But
Give
go
it to
ahead.
him,
Go
give it
ahead.
to him.
This definitely Teyana Taylor,
Ooh.
Sierra, Miss Elliott. Ooh,
She can rap and sing.
yeah. And then my last one will probably be. I might just have to. I know there's one more out there. I just can't think of her right
If you're
now.
doing like R&B and stuff, I think Kehlani.
Ooh.
Honestly, I
Kehlani.
think she's cool,
Kehlani.
man. Like I listen to her more of her shit lately, and I'm like, she's pretty cool with it.
Janina Eco.
Ooh, I'm forgetting one, but I would leave that one blank.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There's a lot of female artists. I think my top 4 would probably be. I'm gonna have to put Nicki, Little Kim, Missy Elliott, and I'm gonna throw Cardi in there. I'm gonna throw Cardi B in there.
You really think Cardi that good?
I think she's
yes.
had the most impact.
She can do her thing.
Impact in our generation. In our generation.
For female
Impact.
artists,
For
I
female
think.
artists.
Just 'cause
Nah, I think Nicki
I feel
had a
like-
lot bigger impact
No,
than
she
her.
did.
Oh, she
It
did
was
for
Nicki,
sure.
and then but
But
there
we're
wouldn't
talking
be
about,
no,
like,
there wouldn't be no
this
Cardi without
generation,
Nicki. And then I feel like a lot of today's rappers too look up to kind of Cardi because I mean think about it. When did Cardi come out? Cardi came out like
2017-ish.
2017.
That's when she blew up. She was making tapes before that, but when I think was it Bodak Yellow, that song blew up like around 2017-ish.
Oh, okay.
Around there.
See, that's 5 years in the game, and most of these new rap chicks coming out, like who you want to say, like Megan, Bia, like all
Ooh,
them.
I
I feel like they all.
But like nobody
talks
talks about Rhapsody. Rhapsody's she's a good female rapper too.
Oh,
she
true.
has bars and she could easily rap with like Griselda, but we would never look at her like that because she's a female.
That's
So
true.
it's like imagine her, again put in a group where there's girls that could really rap. I feel like they could be as respected as Slaughterhouse, but they just don't bother to try to come together and make something happen.
Okay, I found my 4th. It was Young M.A.
Young
Oh,
M.A.
okay, true.
Young M.A. Young
Okay,
Ma.
okay. I see you, Nico.
Ooh,
That was Brian's favorite song for a minute, man.
that's Brian's anthem.
When you're out drinking, just having fun.
She got fat ass
At one point, do you realize you're a little too lit?
Shit.
point you realize you're a little too lit.
Shit, I think everybody knows when I'm
I know,
lit.
that's when you stand up and you just lean to
Nah.
When I walk into the restroom and I go to the restroom, I see myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucking lit. Like, I just stare at myself for a couple minutes, try to put myself together. I'm like, damn, bro, you got maybe 2-3 drinks in you before you call it a night. You should chill out. Drink some water first.
I know Nico's lit whenever he gets a red. For sure.
That's it, bro. As soon as I start getting red,
Yeah.
I'm
Would
getting
be like
lit.
in your
Telltale
head.
sign.
When I'm like
But it's
tomato
cool.
red, when I'm
like,
tomato
damn.
red, I'm lit.
I really don't get drunk. It's very, very rare. My friends that I normally go out with, they can tell you they've only seen me drunk maybe twice.
My boy
Oh.
Famous
It's
be
your
lit,
fucking
bro.
birthday.
You know when my boy Famous lit, he be crashed the fuck out
Yo, I was
somewhere.
just about to say, put me on the couch. I'm
He'll be the
slow,
first.
bro.
He'll be the first one.
Yo, it's because y'all motherfuckers give me hella shots in the beginning.
Nah, I know when Brian's drunk as shit. When that nigga looks
You
like he
know-
hadn't slept in 4 days, he has mad bags under his eyes and they're all poofy and red. That's how I know fucking Brian's drunk as shit.
You know, I've never seen Fabian being aggressive, to be honest. Never seen him. Never.
Is that remember the Halloween party when you were trying to take him home?
Oh yeah, he didn't want to get in the car.
Was he mad? Was he
opposite.
All I remember is just seeing a photo of me like passed out on Nico's lap because he
Yo.
carried me in the car. I was like, damn,
Dang, bro,
Must have been
and
a
I had
good
to,
night.
bro, and I had to push him up the stairs.
Damn.
Real one,
I'm a
real
real
one
one
over
for
here.
Damn.
I never see. I always see my boy Israel lit. He's lit right now, actually.
I'm always
Yeah,
lit.
it's
To be
right.
honest, I like to get lit, but I can't. I try not to get drunk. Let's just put it that way.
Not
Very
do that
rare.
shit.
Like the last time that I was drunk that I like threw up, I was like months ago. Like that shit was a while ago. I don't remember. Honestly, it was a long time ago. But honestly, I don't. I mean, I like to drink. I like to chill. Everybody knows me. Like I'm very chill. Like I just like to relax, lay back, kind of thing.
chill.
I remember when I first met Israel, we used to drink a lot.
Get a little
We were so down, we go to mountains and we carry coolers
Facts.
full of beer
Facts.
all the way up the
Tropical
mountain,
mountain.
just to sit down and fucking drink it.
Oh, true.
Well, once the shades are on, you know it's over.
Don't get it twisted though. When I first met Israel, he did not smoke at all.
That was my first time. I was with my buddy Jose, and I remember we were at a club. So
Nah, that dude was crazy, bro.
that's a whole different story. But so we were in Florida, or whatever. We were at this club called Soho's or whatever. And, you know,
Oh,
we're
you went to
chilling.
Soho's?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
All right, bet. So we were chilling there, whatever. I'm talking to this girl, whatever. She's like, "Oh yeah, let's go chill at my apartment." She's like, she was one of the students. I was like, "I bet." My friends was with me. She had another friend, whatever. We kick it back to her crib or whatever. She was like, "Yo, I got weed." I was like, I'm gonna have to pass, but they kept insisting. So I was like, I'm a little drunk.
Dang, they peer pressured you.
I'm a little drunk.
Shotty put you on.
I'm a little
Ladies and
smash.
gentlemen, don't fall for that.
I gotta
A little
try
smash.
this shit. So that's when I started. Then after that, I tried it, and then I got I don't know if it's called a laugh attack. Like I just started laughing. Like it was bad. Like I
Laugh
couldn't
attack.
stop laughing. It was
It
bad.
was some gas, huh?
So yeah, I got the giggles.
Vegas.
Right. But after that, I was like, damn, like it was a little weird because I didn't want to feel like that because I couldn't stop laughing. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. I came back, I started doing it, trying to control it a little bit more, like trying to make it, stop when I needed to stop. And then Leslie just came up with the edible. I'm just kidding. Right.
Yo, I just want to say thank you for joining us to this broadcast. A little slang. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I appreciate you.
I hope y'all-
Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all.
Recommend us to
Appreciate
your
y'all.
friends.
It's all love.
Hope y'all enjoy it. Leave some comments down there. Appreciate you.
And we'll catch you on the
Show
next
some
episode,
love.
all right?
Buenas noches.
2 up, 2 down.